Hey Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing? Good to see all y'all again.
This is the favorite time of the week.
Yeah, it is.
First week in October.
I'll be looking forward to these moments. Appreciate y'all.
Set up the road. Coach Hill will give us an opening statement on bye week last week, getting back to work this week, getting ready for Alabama A&M, the Gulf Coast Challenge.
Yeah, I think the bye week was much needed for our program. It was good for our players to get a little time away, see some family. We still got 3 good days of work. We came in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let them go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we back in here. They came out Sunday, this past Sunday, had a good practice, flew around a little bit, but today we really got back at it. Very pleased with what I saw today, just kind of knocking the rust off. You know, anytime you have a break like that, but you're always able to recoup some guys, you know, with the bye week. We able to get better as coaches. We did a lot of recruiting as well, you know, recruiting trail. We hit the recruiting trail pretty tough, you know, getting out there with that. But very much needed bye week, you know, reboot and get back going here with some with the rest of the remainder of the 6 games. Excuse me.
Coach, how do you evaluate the first half of the season? Like coming off of a bye week, going into a new week, like
Yeah.
how do you evaluate the first half?
We just, I've been telling you guys, we got to continue to be consistent. I'm still waiting for, you know, all phases to come to a football game and play right now for this program. Whether it's 1 week it's the defense, 1 week it's the offense, you know, we just got to be consistent. And I think that was good too to get the bye week when it did hit, coming off that big month of being on the road, and then finally getting at home. You know, we won the game, but it wasn't up to my expectation. But still in all, we won the game, you know, and that's how I look at it. You know, those kind of games when you don't have no kind of kicker, you know, can't kick field goals, can't kick PATs, but those kind of wins brings teams and this coaching staff closer. But we just got to be more consistent with the next 6.
Has the health of your kickers come back now?
Yeah.
Is everything intact now?
We getting back healthy. Matt Knoll, our opponent, he's back on his feet. Guys are getting back healthy, you know, with that bye week and everything. We needed that time. So I'm excited what we got going, you know, going into this weekend with the kicking situation.
What's your preview for this kind of week? What do you look for in the guys to show that complete game in this week?
The execution. You know, I'm just looking for these guys to come out here, the coordinators, these coaching staffs, offensively, defensive, special teams, have their plans in. We just got to go out here and execute, you know, and be clean. You know, if it's offense, you talk about executing clean offensive plays and, you know, make it make sense offensively, where if it's cover 3, you running cover 3 beaters, things like that. Defensively, you want to get 11 hats to the ball, but that's what I'm looking for. And just, you know, guys got to know, just come out and play hard, you know, and that's what they did for the most part today. But, you know, you're still coming off a bye week, so you try to shake the dust off and get them, you know, back on their feet, get them back rolling.
Do the guys look a little bit fresher?
They do, you know, they do. And we, like I said too, injury-wise, we're able to get some bodies back. But yeah, they do look refreshed, look like they needed the break. I think the coaches needed the break. I needed the break, you know, to be able to catch up on some rest and everything. But yeah, they were flying around, and, you know, we're excited about the weekend. And anytime you can, you know, get a week like that where guys can get treatment, you know, get back on their feet, just, you know, and hit the reset button and let's get back going.
What's one of the biggest things you think that you guys learned from the first half of the season, especially because you were away so much as compared to, you know, the second half where you might be home a little bit more?
Well, you know, guys, this team is still trying to come together as one. You know, when I say that, you know, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, you know, defense 1 week, offense 1 week, special teams or whatever, you know, it's still just trying to come together and understand, you know, you never know how this thing gonna play out. We got to continue to be dominant. We got 6 games left. That's a lot of season left for the 2023 year. So just got to come together and you know, the players that are supposed to be the players got to step up and make plays, and the role player guys got to, you know, accept their role and go out there and do that.
As your experience as a player, an assistant coach, coordinator, now as a head coach, what do you, I guess, of course you guys have had the bye week, how do you get the most out of a bye? Like how do you attack a free week? Like so you mentioned you guys got away, but going into, okay, we were off this, you know, we're off a week, how do you try to get the most, how do you maximize the bye week?
Well, for us as coaches, first of all, like I said, you start recruiting. You know, you get that time to get out, see some players, you know, go watch some football. And also, too, evaluate your first half of the season. You know, how do we look offensively, special teams, defensively, some things we can tweak. going forward? Is there some more guys we can give some opportunities to? You got a lot of time to answer those type of questions and get those type of questions answered. But, and then, the rest, that pays dividends. It's a long grind, grind out type season for any program. So anytime you can take those bye weeks and execute those type of things, recruiting, self-evaluation for your staff, your players as well. We did a great job of evaluating our players from the first half of the season as well. So those are some things that I thought we maximized on and did a good job of in the bye week.
What are your concerns about Alabama A&M?
They're scoring a lot of points right now. They're hot. They're hot. They scored, 58 the other day against a Tuskegee team that was undefeated. Didn't give up a touchdown. I think they only gave up a field goal. So the quarterback is playing well. It's going to be a big game. Gulf Coast Classic. We're looking forward to going down to Mobile. Well-coached team by Coach Maynard, a very successful coach. So I'm excited about it. And then it's another conference game for us, a division game. We know what that means for this program, and we can't slip up. We don't have no room for error right now, so we got to play good, fundamentally sound football.
Coach, speaking of the quarterback, Alabama A&M's quarterback, Quincy Casey, you're familiar with. Is there anything that you've seen in evaluating him from the past and where he is now?
He's getting older. He's just maturing. You can see it now. When he was here, he was a freshman, still trying to figure it out. Still working to get better. But Quincy is a hard worker. He's hard on himself. He's hard on his teammates around him. But right now, you just see the maturity in him. He's settled in, done played a lot of snaps over there for him, and had a lot of success these last couple weeks. So he's going to come out and be ready to go. We got to get after him up front with our defensive line and try to make him a little unsettled in the pocket. But I just see the kid. He's maturing right now, and he's right where he's supposed to be for that program.
Do it.
How was Isaac Peppers stood out to you on defense?
Pep he's kind of the heart and soul of the defense. When we need a play, he does a good job of going out there and making plays. He's an East-West guy. He's an East-West guy. We were very fortunate to get him here from Pine Bluff. That spring in Pine Bluff, they played for a SWAC championship. He was an All-American that spring. But, Pep just works his butt off. He comes out here, he demands it from his teammates, and, he's relentless throughout the football game, running sideline to sideline. You look at the play he made against Bethune, we needed those 2 points. That was a great job by him seeing it and going to get it. And when he gets there, he gets people to the ground. But he's a great player for. I wish we had more years out of him. This is it for him. But he's been doing exactly what we asked him to do.
DJ Stevens, we talked preseason about how he was the one guy to make the offensive first team SWAC. What's kind of your evaluation of how he's performed to this point?
DJ has been good. He's always been solid. Like I mess with him all the time. DJ, you've been here longer than I have. He's the old man out there. He had a back injury, a little soreness in his back, that kind of held him back a little bit. But, he was one of those guys that we were talking about that needed that bye week. But he means a lot to this football team, this program, like you said, a preseason all-SWAC selection, had a great year last year. Then he's right here from the city, around here from the area. Everybody loves him right here. His teammates love him, his coaching staff. So, he's seen a lot of coaches too, but DJ just always plays and stays steady, and that's what makes him a good teammate and a good player.
Yeah, and as a person, not just with the numbers and everything, what is he like in practice? What is he like around the guys?
He don't really, I don't hear him talk a lot, but they respect him a lot. They got a lot of respect because, like I said, DJ has been here for a while, and then him being from the city, and then he just works, but when DJ says something, they listen because they know he don't talk a lot, so it's a problem when he's saying something.
Still be helping out with kickers? I know everyone's trying to get healthy, even her herself. Will she still be helping out with that?
Who was that now?
The kicker, I'm sorry, I forgot her name.
Leilani. Yeah, no doubt. She was out there at practice today. Yeah, she kicked a couple PATs and everything, but yeah, she's still a part of this football team going forward. Yeah.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you guys, man. I appreciate y'all. All right. Terenzo Quinn.
Defensive backs coach and defensive passing game coordinator, Terenzo Quinn. Available for questions.
All right, Coach Quinn. Coach was just talking how Alabama A&M's putting up a lot of points, and I guess for you, what have you seen that they do, that they're doing well, and like how you guys have been playing the first half, and just some of your thoughts on just that matchup and how you guys plan to attack it?
I think they do a great job. They run the ball well. They throw the ball well. Most of the time when they run is versus light box. When they throwing the ball is one-on-one situation. So it's going to be a matchup. We just got to win our one-on-ones. We will be prepared though.
What do you look for coming off a bye week and to see from the guys when finally getting back to action here?
To see how much they retain from the bye week. We use the bye week to get ahead as far as the film study, to hone in on the tendencies of the offense, and see how much they retain from a week ago.
What would you say were your biggest takeaways from the first half of the season on the defensive side of the ball, but more so specifically on the secondary side?
Just got to be more consistent. There's some games where we allowed some vertical football. There was some games where we showed that we capable of playing on a high level. So we just got to be more consistent.
What are those aspects of the game that could be more consistent? Like what are those factors that you look for in a game?
Paying attention to details. Having offense coordinator experience, I'm big on details. How they align, splits, backfield sets. We just got to make sure we locked in on them details. It tells us something. We got to make sure we can respond in a positive way.
What's impressed you so far from what you have seen, even though there's always room for improvement?
The rotation. We're playing 10 guys on the back end right now. That's almost unheard of. It's 10 guys I feel real good about as far as playing high reps. I tell them put them in the can, shake their name out. Whoever name come out, as we go in. And it's been effective.
Is that kind of like a mentality thing with the guys? Because a lot of times, when they're rotating, it's just kind of, you always say next man up. In this case, it's everyone at once.
We got a lot of talent on the back end. So it started with me being comfortable with them guys rotating in, and I feel real good about at least 10 of them. Real good.
Talk about the chess match going against Coach Maynard, who's been coaching a long time, offensive guy. You coached against him a lot in the last few years. The chess matchup, what he likes to do in terms of what we want to try to take away.
We got to be good at empty. They're going to be physical when they get in other personnel grouping, but empty is the one that kind of stand out. They throw the ball around, got some great wideouts on the edge, great wideouts in space. So we got to win that one-on-one matchups in the empty personnel group.
As a coach, and like you said, with 10 guys rotating in, everyone's gonna, get some run. Is it exciting to face a team that likes to throw the ball around, knowing that you guys are gonna have an impact on the game?
Oh yeah, we find out who have the hot hand early. Who locked in, who ready to play football, and when we find that group, we'll stay with that rotation.
What's your thoughts on Quincy Casey?
Great quarterback. Made some great throws. Can make every throw. So I'm excited to see him this week. I know he's going to be excited to be back in Jackson.
Do it. Coach Quinn, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Awesome. Good. Y'all ready?
Set and roll.
Yep.
Offensive coordinator Maurice Harris.
Yep. Got a big time challenge this weekend with A&M. They're ranked third in the conference in defense, but the thing that really stands out to me more than anything, they really are creating turnovers. They created 11 turnovers so far on the season, 7 INTs, 4 forced fumbles. So they're doing a really good job, and they got a really good defensive end. Zarian Hayes, he creates some matchup problems for us, as well as a boundary safety, their leading tackler, Marvin Smith. So we got our work cut out for us. They've been doing pretty good against the run as well. Other than Vanderbilt and Lane, they kept guys under 100 yards rushing. So that creates a big challenge for us as well, but one that we're ready for sure.
I guess, Coach, coming off the bye, how did you in the offense try to maximize the bye? How did y'all evaluate, these first few games? And, project things going forward for the offense?
So what we did was a self-scout, just to kind of see, where we are, P and 10, where we are on third downs as far as run-pass ratio, and try to, create a game plan that offsets that for sure. Also, just making things, simpler for our guys. We don't want those guys out there thinking. We want those guys out there reacting. So simplifying the plans for them and things of that nature, but that was our focus, and then getting guys back healthy as well. We're in a good spot right now health wise. We just want to keep it that way.
Coach, what's Jason's confidence like coming into this game? And the reason I ask that is because from the last game there were some plays from that last game where he seemed kind of hesitant in that game, and so coming off the bye week, coming into this game, where is his confidence at coming into this game?
I think he has high confidence. He's a very confident kid anyway. He believes in himself. So and we have confidence in him as well. Jason. We have to do some things too from a coaching standpoint to help him out when he may be having a little lull in a game and things of that nature. So and that's another thing that we focus on. This bye week, just things that we can do to help him out when he gets into a little lull. But yeah, his confidence is high.
Can you talk a little about Andre Hunt?
Andre Hunt, yeah, Andre Hunt has really come on. I wouldn't say he's a pleasant surprise. We saw it, in the spring. We saw it in fall camp. We're just looking for a little bit more consistent play out of Andre, and that's the thing with him, man. He's a tremendous talent, probably the fastest guy on our team, and when the ball is in his hands, I expect him to make some explosive plays for us. And he's really moved up the depth chart, to a point where we're, looking to, we have feed the stud plays, where we're going to get our top guys the ball, and he's one of the guys that we look to feed the stud, but yeah, he's been having a really good season for us so far.
Coach, where do you challenge the offense to take the next step forward in the second half of the season?
Yeah, consistency. That's the main thing. Just and that's the. It seems simple at times, but it's tough. Because when you run inside zone, 200 times, sometimes your focus can get laxed, and that's our job as coaches to keep them laser sharp, have laser focus, and be consistent as we need them to put a great product out on the field on Saturdays. But consistency and great effort. We told them after practice, man, we're all about eating. You know what I mean? And eat, the acronym EAT. Execute, giving great effort, also knowing your assignment and using great technique.
Obviously, you guys in practice, you're focusing on your side of the ball, I'm sure.
Yes.
But you guys are going up against your own guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything, if anything, that you notice about Isaac Peppers on defense against your guys that seems like to use an offensive coordinator?
Great energy and great effort. That kid flies around now. He's noticeable on the field. Some guys stand out on a daily basis, and he's definitely one of them. When we go against those guys, and we go against them every day in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it's team run, whether it's tempo, we go against those guys 7-on-7. We go against them every day. So he definitely stands out. Energy and great effort.
Coach, I'm curious from a coaching perspective. When you have a matchup like A&M, you mentioned the defense and the takeaways. So I know ball security is going to be big, but when you see their offense putting up 58 points and a quarterback that's also playing well, do you say, okay, this matchup, okay, we definitely got to put points on the board because they know they're going to try to. Do you ever look at the other offense?
Well, you look at them from a standpoint, like I saw the Pine Bluff game because it was on a Thursday night, so I had an opportunity to see that game, and I kept up with the game this weekend because we were there next on the list. But our goal each week is to score as many points as we can, regardless of what they're doing offensively. Our goal is to score as many points as we can. So we have to focus in on our skill set, focus in on our plan, and be consistent with it on a daily basis. But do I necessarily look at them scoring a lot of points and say we got to score a lot of points? No, I say we got to score points because we got to win the freaking football game. So that's our mindset on a weekly basis.
Go ahead.
Urban Mulligan's still been the featured running back, but I know in recent weeks, other running backs have been getting opportunities. Is that something that's expected to continue?
Well, Urban's our guy, no doubt about that. But I do feel good about Dez Moultrie coming in, Ahmad Miller, Aubrey's brother, coming in and playing for him, for Irv. But Irv is our guy, and I'm up top asking, all right, is Irv ready to go? You know what I mean? Yeah, so he's our guy. When the ball's in his hands, I expect big things out of him. He's a hard runner. You know, he protects well, and he creates explosive plays for us. And not saying those other guys don't, but Irv does it more on a consistent basis.
For DJ Stevens, Coach Taylor just told us, he was dealing with a little bit of the soreness throughout the season, but
Yes.
he spoke preseason about how he was the one guy on the offense to be recognized for SWAC, all SWAC team.
Yes.
How have you evaluated him to this point? Like, how's he stood out and
Yeah.
contributed?
When he's healthy, he's really, really effective for us. He's just been banged up, and I hate it for him. But when he's healthy, he's very, very effective. He knows what to do. He can get other guys lined up. He communicates well with the offensive line. He communicates with the receivers when he's detached from the core. So, man, I feel real comfortable when DJ's on the field.
The last game they only had the team score only 3 points. How do you plan to do the offense around their defense?
Yeah, like I said, they create a really good challenge for us. The way that they fly to the football, the way they've been creating turnovers. But I'm a confident guy too now. You know what I mean? I think we can really move the football on them. At a high level. I truly believe that. They have a really good defense, but we got some guys that can play some football as well.
Do it. Harris, thank you.
Oh, thank you.